What a beautiful song. That is called Stacy. And we have the writer and composer and singer and guitarist and from Temple Mountain is here with us live in studio. Let me get that mic up. Hello, Eric.
Hey, how we doing?
Let's see.
How do I sound?
Good. I'm just boosting that volume a little bit.
Heard.
Eric's going to play live for us this morning, so I want to make sure we can hear you. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, congratulations. That just came out, Stacy.
Yeah, it's Stacy's song. It's been out since today, and yeah, it's the series of probably several singles that are going to be coming out in the near future. So I have like at least 7 or 8 more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So has this been played on the radio before today?
Nope.
Oh,
first
so
time.
World radio premiere.
World
we
radio
love it.
premiere. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So when you say it's out today, so it's on all the streaming platforms?
All digital platforms, yeah. And then I have an official video that Hannah B Photography and I filmed together that I'm going to be releasing soon too.
Very good.
Yeah.
Like how soon? Like within the next couple of weeks? Or?
You would think with someone who's passionate, they would have a date set, but I haven't put the. We kind of created that video so extemporaneously and very last minute, so it's done and it's ready. I could release it now, but I don't know when I want to do it.
Right. No, it makes sense. Yeah, you want to wait till the time is right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so you said, so you're releasing a series of singles?
Yeah, I'm doing. You ever heard the waterfall effect?
Yes.
Yeah, so
I've heard the term.
I don't really want to do it because I don't like the idea of it, but it seems to everyone's just telling me to do it. So I'm like, why don't I do it this time around? And then the next album I can do it the way I want to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm releasing probably every other month. I'm going to release a song.
Your previous, because you have the album Schema, which we've played songs from before. So, but this time, so will the singles that you're releasing, will they eventually coalesce into an album?
Yeah, actually, it's going to release, the album's going to be called Case Studies. And you had the artist who did the artwork for it on the show, Kira Curtis.
Oh, yes, that's right. We talked about that. Yeah.
She did the final album artwork. And then for all the singles, I want to get local artists to kind of create the, what would you call it? The Spotify single template for it.
Yeah.
So,
that's a great idea. Yeah. Very cool. Are these so Schema obviously kind of has a theme?
Yeah. No, I took that out this time.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure it's in there because I think in that kind of way. But in terms of titles and overall concept, I just wanted to kind of reign free. I put a lot of restrictions on Schema. Like, there's only, you play guitar, correct?
Yeah.
So there's only like certain shapes that I restricted myself to create songs with. Or this time around, I was like, let me experiment more with harmony and let me experiment more with I just wanted it to be completely. And I even went to like a studio this time around to like record them in Acton, Massachusetts. So I just wanted to try something new.
Okay, so that's where Stacey was recorded?
Yeah, in Wellspring Sounds. Yeah,
okay.
Josh is awesome. I love the guy.
Now, how did you connect with him, and why did you decide to work with him?
I was looking at places that offered tape recording because why not? And they don't do that, but they came up and I saw their rates and I was like, that's affordable.
So you were looking for, so when you say tape recording, so you were looking for that.
I was looking for like reel to reel.
That analog. Wow.
Yeah. And it's possible. It's just, then I get really in my head about these things. It's like, would that be a cliche? Would that be a little bit of a gimmick? And so then I found them and I was like, why don't I just give this a try? And Josh, what's cool is I'm a big Elliott Smith fan.
Yeah.
And they have the original microphones that Elliott Smith used on his Lucky 3 documentary, which is like the mic. It's a Newman something. I forget what they're called, but
okay.
So I got to record the whole album with those microphones. So
no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It meant a lot to me.
That's awesome. Yeah. I am curious. Were you able to find? I assume not in the area. Were you able to find a studio that does reel to reel when you were looking online?
Yeah. Absolutely. And I had a friend, my friend Josh, he actually has like a 4-track cassette recorder.
Oh, no kidding.
And I was thinking about doing something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's so funny because I was just thinking about this. I kind of want to make an album, and I know saying this live on the air, like it's silly, but I want to create an album where I just record right on my iPhone, because to me, the iPhone voice memo app seems to be like the new lo-fi. Oh. And I would like, what can I do with that? And maybe I could do something kind of Nick Drake like, and like do a lot of finger picking and vocal intimate stuff. And like, it won't sound like high professional, but that's the point. You know?
Right. Yeah, you like that lo-fi sound.
I love when it sounds like you're there. When it's not like, I love the room noise. I love everything about that. Yeah, I love the mistakes.
Yeah. How did I know we talked about this before, but how was Schema recorded?
In my farmhouse, just with like a simple microphone and a Logic Pro and a laptop that couldn't handle Logic Pro. Yeah. And then I just kind of figured it out. I mixed it myself, so I just did it by ear. Like I don't really know how to do compression or mix, EQ, and it shows. But I'm really happy. I'm really proud of that album. Every time I listen to it, I'm always like, oh, I still like this.
Yeah. That's good.
That hasn't happened before. Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Have you been self-critical in the past of some of your
pre-Prozac?
recording?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You want to play something live for us?
Sure. Could I play an Elliott Smith song? Actually,
you can play anything you'd like.
All right. This is an Elliott Smith song. It's called Angelus.
All right.
Someone's always coming around here, trailing some new kill. Says I seen your picture on the $100 bill. What's a game of chance to you in this one of real skill? So glad to meet you, Angelus. Picking up the ticket shows there's money to be made. Go on, lose that gamble, that's the history of the trade. Did you add up all the cards left to play? To zero, sign up with evil Angelus. Don't start me trying now. Cause I'm all over it, Angelus. I can make you satisfied with everything you do. All your secret wishes could right now come back to you. Be forever with my poison arms around you. No one's gonna fool around with us. No one's gonna fool around with us. So glad to meet you, Angelus.
Very cool. I like it. What's that called?
Angelus by Elliott Smith.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like it. I don't think I've ever heard that before.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I mean, I've always been aware of Elliott Smith and somewhat familiar, but I don't know that song. But no, I really like it.
He's my hero.
Is he? Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it about him? Is it his? I mean, that's a great song. Is it his songwriting?
Yes, it's definitely the songwriting. When I was in my senior year of high school, this really cool guy did a English project, and we had to choose a song and like talk about how it has symbolic meaning. And he did a song called "Between the Bars."
Okay.
And then I just watched it, and it was like everything I wanted to be.
Yeah.
And then that night, it's so funny because it was just coincidence. I watched Good Will Hunting, and he did the music for Good Will Hunting.
Oh, okay.
And I was listening to it. I was like, wow, this is really good. Who is it? And I looked it up. It was Elliott Smith. And it actually is the reason I got into psychology, that movie. So,
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he just, I don't know. His playing blows my mind. His songwriting, his voice blows my mind. And it's just, I love it.
Yeah. I don't remember if we talked about this before, but so Good Will Hunting is what inspired you to get into psychology?
Yeah, there's a great scene in that movie where Robin Williams is talking to Matt Damon about laying bricks, and Matt Damon's like making the argument like, why are we looking at laying bricks like it's a bad job? That's a noble job. There's honor in that. And it like blew my mind hearing that for the first time, and seeing then Matt have a kind of breakthrough. It was like, I want to experience that in my lifetime.
Oh, so, interesting. Yeah. If this sounds familiar to you, then we did talk about this before, but
no, you're fine.
My dad has told me that people have told him that the Robin Williams character reminds them of him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You're a hypnotist, correct?
Yes.
Do you find that because hypnotism can create incredible change in a person, is there like a breakthrough moment, would you say? Like, can a person realize I don't like using the word cured, but when they realize that a problem can maybe get diminished or fixed.
Yeah.
Do you experience that yourself, or is it more outside the office where they notice that?
I'll tell you this. It's a great question, because sometimes during a session, at the end of it, they're different. Like, not everybody, but sometimes they are.
Yeah.
Like, I can see the subtle differences, even in just how they like their facial expressions.
Yeah.
Like, they exude a confidence,
right,
and a sense of empowerment that clearly was not there before the session.
That's cool.
Yeah. And it is. I do love that. I get such a rush for that's. I like to think I have certain skill sets. I'm good at something. I think I'm okay at hosting a talk show. I'm good at this. I'm good at that. The one thing I really love is hypnotherapy.
Really?
Yeah.
What's cool about hypnotherapy too is, and people don't talk about this, but hypnotherapy is the reason why psychoanalysis and therapy exists, because Freud saw hypnotherapy and was fascinated by it.
Yeah.
So like, it's such an important part of mental health that we don't talk about a lot.
Yeah.
It's diminished a little bit. It's coming back and it's diminished. It goes in waves. Sometimes it's used as a party trick, and it's like, it's not just that.
Right.
It's a form of behavioral therapy.
Right. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. No, I love helping people with it. I do a visualization while they're in a state of hypnosis where I have them imagine the ideal version of themselves.
Yeah.
The version of themselves that they most want to be.
Oh, wow.
And people seem to really get a lot out of that, but yeah. And so are you where are you in your career with psychology? Yeah.
I'm in my third semester of grad school.
Excellent.
I'm actually in my counseling skills class that I adore. I've been a case manager since the beginning, but I'm really looking forward to internship. I love case management, but I'm really looking forward to internship because I want to be in the office and just reading up on Yalom and reading up on Carl Rogers. I think the therapy that I'm interested in the most is Rogerian therapy and like existential therapy. Mm-hmm. So I'm still trying to, and a little bit of solution focus. There's some that's in there, but I got about another year and a half until that's like part of my life.
Yeah. Cool. Very exciting.
Counting down the days.
That's excellent. Do you think your music will change when you get to that point?
How so? Like,
I don't know. Like, do you think, because obviously, you have these things in mind, like with Schema, you have these things in mind as you're writing these songs. I mean, do you think it'll change your perspective at all in terms of how you actually approach your music?
I think where I get my most happiness from is playing live. And I mean, I've been busy with the music stuff, and it's been like 2-3 hour shows playing at bars, playing like, Can't Help Falling in Love with You by Elvis or Hey Jude by the Beatles.
Yeah.
And I find a lot of catharsis in that. And I think the image that I'm kind of portraying right in front of you right now is kind of what I want to continue doing.
Yeah.
I don't see, at one point I was thinking about, do I want a band or not? And now that's like, that sounds so expensive. So
right.
So
in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I think I want to find a healthy balance, like, and it sounds silly, but almost like the Batman thing, by day I see patients and I see clients and I help the best I can and I grow and build relationships. And at night, I play music and I grow and build relationships. So and then, you know, somewhere in between that also, I'm a happy husband and father. So to me, that sounds like the ideal life for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think people overlook the benefit, the psychological benefits of music? Like, do you think it's funny because I've never really thought about it before from this angle, but as we're talking, it occurs to me, like, you know, music in and of itself is such great therapy. Even just listening to it, you know, it can really affect how you feel. And but sometimes I wonder if people don't. I mean, a lot of people do, even if they just don't realize it necessarily consciously. But I think music itself is kind of overlooked in that it can so much influence how we feel about ourselves, but it can also be sabotaging, I feel too. So,
exactly.
Something I've never understood about people is why. I mean, I do get it, but it's not my instinct to do this. When someone is sad and they want to listen to sad songs because they feel sad. And I've always been from when I was a little kid, if I'm sad, the last thing I want to do is listen to sad music. I want to listen to something that's going to change my state of mind.
I think the thing that is actually maybe I'm getting tangential, but the thing that's more interesting to me is music you can develop an identity with. You know, if there's a banana across the room, I'm not going to have an identity with that banana. I'm not going to go like, oh yeah, that's my favorite type of banana. It's from New Zealand or something like that. You know, I don't know if New Zealand grows bananas, but yeah, you know, with music, it can get really etiolating because there can be times where I've had moments where music is my best friend on certain days. And there's certain days where it's just like, oh my God, I've listened to Room for Squares by John Mayer nonstop for a week, and then I have an identity crisis.
Yeah.
So that part doesn't get talked about enough, where especially if you're into the arts and you pursue the arts, you have moments of imposter syndrome and identity crisis. And yes, music can be your best friend at the end of the day. And I think Smells Like Teen Spirit is one of the greatest songs of all time. But after listening to it 2,000 times, when I listen to it now, it's like, I know what happens on second 45. I can't listen to that song anymore, you know? Yeah. So it's a balance. And I'm always trying. The other hard thing I want to say is discovering new music for me is really difficult. I try really hard. I look for stuff and it's just, there's something going on where my brain's like, nah, keep going. And when I do find something new, like right now it's been hip hop. I'm like obsessed with, just like we were talking about before the show, making like beat making and stuff like that. Yeah. That's fine. It's like, finally, here's that energetic high I've been looking for.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, that's interesting. So you have a hard time though finding new music that you like?
Especially with acoustic music. Cause usually when people recommend me acoustic stuff, that it would make sense that I should like it, but it just doesn't hit me. Like a good example is Bon Iver, very talented musician. People who love Bon Iver, you have great taste. I'm not here to try and question that. And then when it comes to my ears and I process it, it's like, this isn't for me. It's just not hitting it. Maybe the problem is I don't actually know what I want. Yeah. I don't actually have my taste well defined yet in my head.
Well, is it also possible that the production is bothering you? Because
1,000%.
Because you know, you're a lo-fi guy.
Yeah. But I love Smells Like Teen Spirit, which is the exact opposite of that. So it's like, it depends on the context of the music itself.
But even Smells Like Teen Spirit, the production is different than what, like now everything is so compressed.
Yes. Yeah.
The only people I feel who really get it right is, I'm not a big country guy. But I got to say, from a production standpoint, Nashville has it down.
Oh, yeah.
The drums always sound great, you know.
This is where it sounds like I almost don't want to come across as like a double, like I'm making double standards. But like, for example, like my friend sent me a song by an artist called Dare. The song's called Girls. Don't play it. It's very raunchy. I love that song. Yeah. Like, it's awesome. I love when that stuff is incorporated into like dance music and stuff like that. It's like, yes.
Yeah.
But when it's incorporated into like the acoustic guitar, when I hear an acoustic guitar, especially like like maybe controversial, but when I hear a guitar that has like elixir strings on it, for those who know what elixir strings are, they're coated strings. It's like an immediate turnoff for my ears.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it. It sounds too clean.
Yeah.
I want to make it clear, like, I don't think that this should be the standard for anyone by
Right,
any
of
means.
course,
Like,
yeah.
because I'm not the best guitar player of all time. I'm not the best songwriter of all time. It's nothing like that. It's just for what I look for to help me grow as a musician. I put these kind of things on a pedestal.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. If you are just joining us, Temple Mountain is here with us live in studio. And you want to play another one?
Sure. I'll actually play, because you played Stacy's song earlier, I'll play the next single I'm probably going to release after that.
Oh, cool.
And I'm probably going to mess it up, so that's okay.
That's all right.
Because we're only live.
It's an original, and we won't know. Very good.
It's called Grateful.
All right.
Choice of color so profound, different shades of black and gray. And you say the world is round, but that's seen in different ways. And I noticed you're holding me so tight, with a breath that is only one way. Oh, it's alright to say that I need you, so grateful to met you this way. Waiting for the moon to bloom and watch the way the stars dictate. My heart is only set on you, so now I thank you for today. And remember, you told me to hold tight, for the world can be different each day. Oh, it's alright to say that I need you, so grateful to met you this way. Stand behind again, backs are facing in, with voices all around, but we never made a sound. Know your story's so profound, now you choose to live each day. And it's never up or down, there's not a side that leans your way. And remember, you told me to hold tight, for the world has asked you to say. Oh, it's alright to say that I need you, so grateful to met you this way. Oh, it's alright to say that I need you, so grateful to met you today.
Beautiful. Temple Mountain live in studio with us. So that's going to be the next single?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, probably in like December.
Very good. Is it difficult to choose what to go with next? Because obviously you've written a lot of songs.
Yeah. Yes and no. I just kind of do it, but I don't put too much thought into it. Like this sounds silly, but like I know social media is important. I even think you were just talking about that with the last artist, how important it is or maybe that was yesterday. The social media is just so important to do as an artist, but I just don't see it as important. You know, if I wanted to, I can pay $20 and get like 50 fake likes on my Facebook account, you know?
Right.
So like it's artificial. Like it's all controlled. Like it's not the same as when I go live and I play a song with someone and connect with them and they come up to me after the show and say, "Hey, that was really cool." Even if it's just one person, that means way more to me. So
yeah,
I don't put too much thought. I do allow the releasing and stuff like that just so I can get gigs.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Jenny was just reminding me too online. Do you teach as well? Oh, you don't?
Teach music?
Yeah, I think that's what she meant.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not much of a teacher,
she's
unfortunately.
Thinking of somebody else, yeah. Now, you did mention earlier sometimes you think about, playing in a band or getting a band together. I mean, how how seriously do you think about that? Is it possible in the future, or is it something that you kind of dismiss when it pops into your head? Or?
I got a Telecaster recently, so yeah, a Telecaster and a jazz chorus amp because I really like the sound of it.
Okay.
I think about it. It's just I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I don't think I would want to search for it. Like I would if it happens naturally.
Right.
That's how I'd be down for it because I don't want to have like Temple Mountain and I control the music and everything like that. It would be cool if it was something like Queen, where it's like I write songs, the bass player writes songs, the drummer writes songs, and we just appreciate each other's songwriting all together, and we could all sing. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you in a band before?
Growing up, I was in a death metal band.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Called Distorted Anatomy.
Wow.
In New York, but we didn't do anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was Eric Phillip in New York City. And then, because that's my middle name.
Okay.
And that just didn't go very well. And then this has been really taking off. It's been crazy.
And tell us again, how did you become Temple Mountain?
Well, I live in Peterborough, which is right off, and I live off of Temple Mountain. And then, when you're studying to be a licensed therapist, you learn a lot about both boundaries and confidentiality. And I think it's important that, I want to keep this life separate. So it's like I said earlier, it's kind of like my Batman.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And by the way, are you married now?
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet.
No, it's getting there.
Still
it's getting
engaged.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Can't wait.
Very good. Is Stacey's song? Is that about your?
It is.
Your girl. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, I think she was in the chat room last time you were on with us.
Yeah, she works for Kobe Sawyer, and today is homecoming. So she had to leave work today at like 6 a.m. She's doing a lot of stuff. So yeah, we're not going to be seeing each other until tomorrow. So probably not in the chat room today.
Gotcha.
And if she is, then Kobe Sawyer should think about that because she's not doing her job.
Well, do you want to? We got time. You want to play another one for us?
Sure.
If you are just joining us, Temple Mountain is here with us live in studio. And we should tell people, too, last night you were on Granite State of Mind with Rob Azevedo.
Yeah.
So if you want to check that out, too, that is, of course, up on the site.
Shout out to Rob.
Yeah. Rob doing amazing things. You've played at Pembroke City Limits.
Yeah, I played the Nirvana night there.
Did you?
Yeah, it was incredible.
What song did you do?
Oh my God. I think I played I'm on a Plane.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's... Yeah, I did that, and then I played Something in the Way. So what happened was I went in there going to play Something in the Way, and then like the day before, he asked me if I could play, I think it was I'm on a Plane.
Oh.
And I was just like, yeah, okay. And so I had to kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
And I remember I drove there like 2 hours early. I learned the song like 2 hours before the show.
And no kidding.
Yeah, I was so nervous, and like it kept blanking because I kept going through the lyrics in my head. And then once you're on stage, something just kind of happens.
Yeah.
And it all comes back to you.
Yeah.
So I got lucky. It was a good time. And I met so many cool people that night. That was the best part about that show.
No kidding.
Yeah, because here you just playing bar gigs. You're always by yourself. You don't get to really see other artists because you're always overlapping. Rob did something great where he got all these people coming together.
Yeah. Yeah. For those who don't know what we're talking about, so it was a show where everybody played just one, right? Just one Nirvana song?
One to two.
One to two, yeah. Do you know how many performers there were that night total?
It must have been close to 7 or 8.
No kidding. Yeah.
I met Ben. Do you know Ben Harris?
No. I heard him on Rob's show a couple weeks ago. Yeah. So
such a nice guy. So we met. We were speaking online already, and then we met from the show, and then he invited me to play at Panucci's Concord. So like, we need more shows like that. Is my point. It's a great artists like to help artists. So
yes.
I really appreciate Rob for doing that.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Yeah, check out Pembroke City Limits if you haven't been there. It's a great place, and Rob's doing great things there. And all right, you were going to play, and I totally derailed you.
No, you're fine.
But Temple Mountain is here with us live in studio, and what are you going to play for us?
This is a song off Schema. It's called Stages of Attachment, and with a name like that, you would never guess, but it's about my cat.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
So, let's see.
Try to wake me up, assuming I should rise. So So pull my blanket up and stay here for a while. How our world just fell for you and the simple life you like. You could break all the rules, we'll love you all the time. You're just a little thing, you're sheltered by these walls. It sees life through golden eyes, little ginger paws. You're just a little thing, your heart is pure and true, bringing love to all you meet and everything you do. I remember the day, an autumn morning drive. 7 were in the room and you with the sick guy. How your world just came to me and a family did rise. Heading home you fell asleep without a pout or cry. You're just a little thing, you're sheltered by these walls. Sees life through golden eyes and little ginger paws. You're just a little thing, your heart is pure and true, bringing love to all you meet and everything you do. And when I get home, it's hello, not goodbye. And when I leave tomorrow, you'll always try and cry. You woke your sister up, assuming she would play. But you know when she's fed up with all your silly games and the world around you now, how it makes me wanna cry. But you know I'll never frown as you lay by my side. Just a little thing, you're sheltered by these walls. You sees life through golden eyes, little ginger paws. You're just a little thing, your heart is pure and true, bringing love to all you meet and everything you do. Bringing love to all you meet and everything you do.
Very cool.
Thank you.
What's that called?
Stages of Attachment.
Stages of Attachment. Yes, yes. Jenny and I have 2 cats, and we love them very much. So I find that song very relatable.
Ah, appreciate that. Yeah. You don't? Do you know Dylan Patrick Ward? Does that name sound familiar?
Sounds familiar.
He's a local songwriter from Vermont. He has a song called The Cats Song. And when I heard it, I was like, oh, you can write about your cats? So that was the inspiration.
We had recently, well, a couple months ago, we had the band Turbo Cats on.
I played with them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I played them with that show at Terminus.
Oh, right,
they are
right.
so funny.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. They cracked, like, in a great way. Like, they're awesome. And it was just like, they were so serious. They're like, this next song's called Licking Your Leg or something like that. It was, it was brilliant.
They have that song, My Senior Lady Cat, which because we have a female cat that's, getting up there. So we could relate to that.
It's really trendy right now to sing about your cat.
Yeah. I think it's a great thing. Some people really don't like cats. And
I don't get that.
I think those people have some sort of psychological issue.
Yeah,
Who could not love cats?
Well, just how can you not love any animal?
Right.
Besides a wasp, because they hurt.
Well, that's not an animal, right? That's an insect.
Yeah, is an insect not an animal, or?
See, I don't think so. but then we were talking about this on a Friday night on.
Is cereal a soup?
I'm a co-host on Retro Spectrum Radio with Paulie C, and Paul was saying that ants actually technically are animals, not insects, and it freaked me out.
Huh.
Because when I was a kid, my friends and I would light ants on fire in the summertime with a lighter, and now I feel terrible about it.
Yeah.
I didn't care when I thought they were insects.
The size of their brains alone the size of them as an animal is alone like enough to be like, wow, these are very impressive creatures.
Cats or
ants.
Oh,
Yeah, their
ants, really?
prefrontal cortexes are huge.
Really? Is that
Yeah,
true?
yeah.
See, now I feel really bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
How old were you?
Oh, I was probably like 10.
Oh yeah, time's passed. You're fine.
Yeah. I mean, I
You've
would
probably done way worse since then.
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah. You have no idea. Of course. If you are just joining us on this Saturday morning, Temple Mountain is here with us live in studio. Are you playing a lot? You playing pretty consistently?
Yeah, I have a show later today, and then this month I was playing a lot. September I played probably like close to 20 shows.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, next month I have probably, I think I'm at 15 right now. I'm trying to get more. So yeah, it's going to taper down by the new year, but it's slowly growing back. And I 2 weeks ago, I played three-hour shows in one day. And
wow,
that was an incredible accomplishment on my end that I was really proud of. And I always wanted to, because Billy Sheehan of the band Talus said that he once did 3 shows in one day. I was like, I could do that.
Yeah.
So it was a nice kind of catharsis.
3-hour shows. Damn.
Yeah, I couldn't sing for a little bit after that one. But I had a great time.
How did that even happen? Like, how did you end up?
It's my own stupidity. I just keep saying yes.
Yes.
And then I'll be like, so that was a crazy day too, because I had to go. My first gig was in Wares Beach, and then I had to drive to Manchester to play at Great North. And then I had to go to Foundry and play at Foundry. So, and Great North was such a shout out to Jesse, by the way, for that gig.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I brought that up, because I want to apologize to Jesse, because Jesse asked me to like check if my songs were going to be a part of BMI or something like that. I just didn't have time. So he did it for me.
Yeah.
And it was very nice of him. But like, I had to change my whole set list around, and it turned out it was a great show. But it was so funny. I was like, so I was going to play like Dave Matthews. Like, you can't play Dave Matthews.
Oh, yeah.
That was such a great gig, though. I loved that place.
Yeah.
And the beer was amazing.
Yes. Jenny and I stopped in there recently because it was Jesse's birthday. And,
happy birthday.
She's a proud mama.
Yeah.
So, and he's been on the show a bunch of times too. He's sounding really good.
Wicked talented.
Really good. Absolutely. But that's not something you usually run into, though, right? At a venue where they, because of the music rights, where that kind of gets in. I mean, have you run into that before?
I did not when I was playing music. I used to be a butcher, and they took the music there very seriously because they were worried. I get it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the venue's fault or anything like that. It's just
right.
The way the music industry works is you got to be careful.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I kind of like when stuff like that happens. Like, if you have like a 2-hour set or 3-hour set, and then all of a sudden you have to remove 20 songs and figure it out, like, it's kind of fun.
It's a challenge.
I love it.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Good attitude to have about it. Certainly. Yeah. I've just over the years, I've heard stories of like BMI and ASCAP. Like, actually, it sounds like you wouldn't think it would really happen, but like sending undercover agents.
Yeah.
into places to see if they're.
I remember when piracy was big, and like there was like those stories of kids getting like sued because they downloaded the Titanic, and that actually happened.
Yep.
They get sued for lots of money. It's like, these are kids.
Oh yeah. It's wild. Yeah, and there used to be years ago there was a place in Concord called the Cafe Eclipse, and they got into some kind of trouble, and they just.
That's a great name.
Yeah. It was a cool place. I played there a lot back in the day, but they had to make a rule, just no covers, because they had gotten in trouble and they'd been threatened by, I don't know if it was ASCAP, BMI, or it might've been CSAC, because I remember the guy telling me and I was like, oh, that's one I'm not familiar with.
I believe I'm playing a gig in March. It's a place that I've been wanting to get. It's hard to get the gig. It's like a 2-year out gig. It's called Stage 33. It's in Bellow Falls, Vermont.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's part of the rules is I can't play any covers because they don't have any licensing agreement. So it's all going to be originals for like it's like a 40-minute set of original, which is fine. I'm happy to do that.
Yeah.
If anything, it's refreshing.
Yeah.
There's not many listening rooms. It's not a fault of New Hampshire, but it's the hardest thing in New Hampshire is there's not many listening rooms.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, I agree. When you play covers, do you mix in any originals?
Yeah, always. Yeah. You gotta. And they usually people want to hear it too. Mm-hmm. And my covers vary. Like, I play John Mayer, Dave Matthews, sure, but I also play Britney Spears. I play. I do. Wow, that was almost very braggadocious. I do a cover of "Cake by the Ocean" that I really like. I do things that I want to hear.
Yeah.
I want to listen to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just so then if you incorporate those, and I base my set list on where I have to place the capo.
Oh,
If that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like if I do all my like second fret capo songs together, so it helps with tuning stability.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I incorporate my originals.
Yeah.
In conclusion.
Yeah. Well, I'd imagine too, some of the covers you do, like that Elliott Smith song, I didn't recognize. I'm sure. Have you ever had anyone come up to you and say, "Hey, I really like that song," and they have no idea that it's not an original? Does that happen?
The only covers I would say that I do that people don't recognize are Elliott Smith, and
Really?
I have and which saddens me, but I do them as like a kind of way of saying thank you to Elliott. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, usually people pick up on things like it's crazy. You know, people wonder why like. Some people will be like, I'll never play Hey Jude because it's such a cliche. But you play it at a bar, you're going to get a reaction that's going to give you such an endorphin rush. It's incredible. The dopamine high you get from playing Hey Jude live. I recommend
Really?
it to everyone. Play Hey Jude live.
No kidding.
Yeah, and play The Boxer by Simon and Garfunkel
Oh,
live.
yeah.
That's a great one. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite cover? Is there one that you especially?
That like I look forward to.
Yeah.
I play Neon by John Mayer.
Yeah.
And that's a bit of a flex. And that seems to be getting me some attention, so I like playing that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's been fun. I also like playing Your Body Is a Wonderland a lot.
Do you? Yeah.
I love that song. Yeah. And I also love playing Can't Help Falling in Love with You
Yeah.
by Elvis a lot. That's
Yeah.
a great song. Yeah.
I would imagine that goes over pretty well. I can see how it would.
It's just watching. I've seen like moms bring their little kids on stage to dance or up the front to dance.
Oh,
It just
no
makes me
kidding,
so
yeah.
happy. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's very cool. Very cool. Have you ever played any covers that you had to ditch because they weren't going over well, or?
That's a good question. Yeah, definitely. I tried doing Party Rock by LMFAO. That didn't work. I still do it sometimes, but there's a line in it. It's like half black, half white domino. And like once I sung it out loud, I was like, oh yeah, I'm a cis white male.
Yeah.
So there was that. And then there was also, there's a song called Issues. Like I got issues, you got them too. I don't know who actually does the song, but it just didn't translate well to acoustic. But I'm working on a version. You know the song "I Will Survive"? Mm-hmm. I'm working on that at the moment. That's like my latest thing. And I'm really excited. I think I want to actually like put it on the album. Like,
Yeah.
I always wanted to have a song like a cover song on the album.
Oh, okay.
So I might do that.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. No, I think that would be pretty cool. Now the singles that you're releasing, are these all being recorded at the same studio, or?
Yeah. I'll go in there and we'll spend like 3 hours, record like 3 songs because they're just double tracked. They're very simple. It's still, what I like is it's not lo-fi, but it's like just the next step up.
Yeah.
And I just want to keep polishing it up, keep polishing the turd, if you will, and, until it's maybe where people would consider it acceptable or something like that.
Right. Well, I look forward to hearing the next one when it's ready.
Thank you.
Sure. That's for sure. Let's see. You want to play one more?
Sure.
If you're just joining us, we have Temple Mountain here with us live in studio.
Here's a random question. What are your thoughts on, do you know about New Haven's clam pizza?
No, but I'm horrified.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
As someone from New York, it's just like, there's no way that works.
Clam pizza. I have a rule because, pizza's my favorite food. And
Oh, really?
and if somebody asks me, Matt, why, you say certain types of pizza are gross and other types are good. This is what I tell people. If you want your pizza to be delicious, you should only choose delicious toppings. Mm-hmm. If you choose disgusting toppings, your pizza will be disgusting. And that's all you have to know.
Now, with that said, pizza's hard to come around here. There's good pizza and sorry, New Hampshire. There's not, if you're from New York, you're not going to love the pizza.
Right.
Have you been to Grappelli's in Peterborough?
No.
Oh, they're good.
Really?
Yeah.
Grappelli's?
They're only getting better too. Yeah, they are very traditional, like New York style slices, and they sell slices by the singles, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Well,
shout out to Grappelli's.
You being from New York, you wouldn't say that if it wasn't true. So
And now, is it New York pizza? No, but
But
there's something in the water. So
it's the closest you're going to find in the
it's-
state, probably.
So far, yeah. I've heard people have told me about Tilton's House of Pizza, and I need to check it out, apparently. I've had good pizza. I kind of like bad pizza, too. I just love pizza.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah. It doesn't have to be great.
Exactly. I love, Cumby's Farms pizza. Makes me happy.
Does it?
And
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate for that. But
Yeah. 7-Eleven pizza isn't bad when it's fresh, but it has to be fresh.
Oh, yeah.
Because once it turns, it turns.
Oh, yeah.
I fell into a habit of eating. I don't eat 7-Eleven pizza anymore, but I fell into a habit of eating it. But it had to be like within the last 5 minutes, it had to have been put there.
Yeah, otherwise something happens to the cheese.
At minute 6, it turns into something horrible.
And I'm not stupid. I know it's not real. I know it's not real. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that. That's not real bread. That's not real sauce.
Right.
That's not a tomato.
Right. Making me hungry. All right, Temple Mountain is here with us live in studio, and what are you going to play for us?
I'm going to play a John Mayer song if that's okay with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll play Your Body's a Wonderland because
All
it makes
right.
me happy.
All right, very good.
We got the afternoon. You got this room for two. One thing that's left to do. Discover me, discovering you. 1 mile to every inch of your skin like porcelain. One pair of candy lips and your bubblegum tongue. And if you want love, we'll make it. Swim in a deep sea of blankets. Take all your big plans and break them. This is bound to be a while. Your body is a wonderland. Your body is a wonder, I'll use my hands. Your body is a wonderland. Something about the way the hair falls in your face. I love the shape you take when crawling towards the pillowcase. You tell me where to go, and though I might lead to find it, never let your head hit the bed without my hand behind it. One love will make it. Swim in a deep sea of blankets. Take all your big plans and break them. This is bound to be a while. Your body is a wonderland. Your body is a wonder, I'll use my hands. Your body is a wonderland. Damn, baby, you frustrate me. I know you're mine, oh mine, oh mine. But you look so good it hurts sometimes. Body is a wonderland. Your body is a wonder, I'll use my hands. Your body is a wonderland. Ba-lam, ba-li-la-dum, da-lam, ba-li-da-lam, da-lam, ba-li-la-dum, da-lam, ba-li-da-lam.
That's a long fade. But you know what's funny? I was thinking about this as you were playing it. I haven't heard, his version, the original version, in a long time. But speaking of fades, there's I always thought it was kind of funny how the song kind of tricks you a little bit in that it sounds like it's over. There's a point where the song sounds like it's over. Where, you know what I mean?
And then it goes to that like
You know exactly what I mean, which is not, because I've said this to other people and they don't know what I'm talking about. There's a point in the song where it's like, if you haven't heard it before, you're sure the fade out is right there, and then it doesn't happen.
He does that actually a lot on Room Room Squares. There's a song called My Stupid Mouth, and there's a part where it just ends, and then he goes, one more thing. It's the best.
Yeah. I always liked Clarity. That's a John Mayer song that I really like. Yeah. That's a good one.
I don't know my whole schedule, but I'm all over the place. If you want to find out, www.templemountainmusic.com. I just updated the website too, so
Oh, very good. Very good. You do all that yourself? The
Yeah.
web stuff? Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. No, it's a nice website.
Thank you.
I'm kind of a website nerd. I look at websites and judge them.
I don't know what I'm doing, so that means a lot to me.
Well, because a lot of our guests, I look at their websites and it's like, oh,
Really?
no. They're like, I'll have a band on. It's like, oh, they're such a great band, and their website is horrible.
If you make money at gigs, put money back into things. I paid for a graphic designer. Shout out to Emily Perry for designing my logo, and ever since that was like a game changer. Like I got so many gigs from that logo.
No kidding.
Yeah.
It's great that you say that though, because that demonstrates that sometimes even just tweaking one thing.
Oh yeah.
That most people might not think would make a difference. Sometimes just
email,
tweaking
pitch,
one
everything.
thing. Yeah,
and learning how to talk to people is so important.
Yes.
Don't. I have a real pet peeve when I hear I know we gotta go, but when I hear an artist almost say something condescending to a person.
Yeah.
It's just just be nice.
Right.
It's just do it.
Yeah. It's not hard.
It's not hard.
Doesn't cost anything.
No, it's not easy either sometimes, but make it easy. Find a way.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's how you build relationships.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And then, and Stacy, the new single, which we'll play again to close out the segment
thank
too.
you.
Because this is out today on all the streaming platforms. And there's a video coming soon-ish.
Yeah, in like a week.
Okay.
Yeah, it might. Yeah, I'll probably release it in a week.
All right. Excellent. Well, thank you, my friend. This is always wonderful to see you. I think this is this your third time on the show?
Yeah, thank you for always having me. You guys, that's really sweet.
Absolutely. No, we love to have you on. And I'll remind people too, Eric was also on Rob's show, Granite State of Mind, so you can find that in the archive as well. And we will close out the segment once again with the brand new single out today. It is called Stacy by Temple Mountain. Thanks again.